Alright, so welcome everyone to New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I hope everyone excited for this run.
I'm not.
And look, there I am. I mean, you can also do the run if you really want to.
Shall we not?
Alright. So yeah, this is New Super Mario Bros. Wii, so whenever the tech is ready to start a timer, then I'm gonna do a countdown. Alright, in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, we're gonna start off with a relatively easy level here. You're getting a little bit used to the basics, and I can quickly explain some of the mechanics that we're gonna be using. We're gonna be trying to use our little spin here to gain a little bit more of height, to keep our height a little bit longer, and whenever you see a downhill slide, we try to slide down to them because they give us some extra speed. And currently we're in the propeller suit power-up, and that's gonna be the most important power-up throughout the entire run. If we lose the propeller suit, it's really bad, so we're not gonna lose it. I hope.
That's the strat, right?
So that's the thread. Keep propeller suit as long as possible, and you're usually good to go. So yeah, there's pretty basic first level. So yeah, that was the first level, and every time you unlock a new level, after you beat a level, you unlock the next level, and for now we're just gonna follow this simple path over here because there's really not much else we can do. So, standard as in any 2D Mario game, the second level is gonna go underground, so that's definitely where we're gonna be going right now. So once we get down here, you see all these big purple blocks, which are going to be tilting slightly back and forth. This is actually going to be on a global cycle throughout the entire level. So if I'm really slow, I'll be at really weird cycles. And then we get these platforms. Like, this is a Wii game, so of course Nintendo's got to utilize the motion control. So whenever you touch that platform, you can tilt it and we can slide down it. And we grab a star power up there because, you know, it makes us invincible, so we can just easily get through these piranha plants, and also it makes us run a little bit faster. So that's already pretty close to the end of the second level. I'm gonna use this platform again to just make it slope down so I can just slide down it and gain that little bit of extra speed over there. I just love how the audience is clapping after every level.
Because you play perfect.
Let's go for that. Everyone thinks I'm playing perfect. That's good. So yeah, this is World 1-3. I'm gonna be trying to do a triple jump off this question mark block over here. Sometimes it doesn't really matter, but however, if that Hammer Bro jumps up like that, that's the only way to avoid him while keeping your speed. So luckily the triple jump works. It's the one of the few instances of randomness in this game. The Hammer Bro can also just stay down there and you don't have to worry about it at all. So this is actually going to be the first level where we're going to be going for a secret exit. The secret exits usually let you skip a lot of things in lots of levels during your playthrough, and this secret actually is going to take us quite some progress. Currently we're in World 1, and after the secret exit, we'll unlock a cannon. And with the cannons will take you to much further worlds. Like, it's not 1 or 2 worlds further. No, we're going straight to World 5. Like, we don't need to be in World 1 anymore. So... So yeah, instead of going to the right there, we're unlocking this extra path towards the cannon. But before we can move on, there's Toad. Toad is very annoying in this game. He talks a lot about there's bad news that Bowser Jr. tries to steal the Toads. Basically what happens, the enemies will steal Toad, and if you go back to one of the levels where Toad is in, you can save him, bring him to the exit, and actually, if you bring him to the exit, he'll give you an extra power-up. So that's also when, in comparison to other games, normally you really have to pay attention to your timer, because usually when you have like matching digits for the last two timers, the last two digits in your timer, you get fireworks at the end and it takes more time. However, in this game, it's just when you bring Toad, you get the fireworks and you get the extra power-up. So luckily, we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, this is gonna be World 5. World 5 is definitely gonna step up the pace a little bit because we're gonna do some more difficult things in here. So there's Iggy, I believe. Pretty sure his name is Iggy. And we're actually gonna go head towards him. There's unfortunately no way to skip him, so we're just gonna be playing through World 5 here for a little bit. So, starting off here on World 5, we get these piranhas who just extend. And they can be a little bit annoying, but as long as we keep jumping over them, everything should be fine. Here we also run into the first random block. It cycles through 4 different items most of the time. This one, we use a setup there to actually make us able to go grab the star here. Mostly just because we can skip some of the enemies. We don't have to worry about jumping over them when we can just run through them. Alright, here we're also doing a crouch jump, which is basically crouching while you jump. And if we're doing that, you actually don't hit the ceiling when you make that jump. Normally when you hit a ceiling, when you do a jump, you actually lose a lot of speed. So while doing that crouch jump, you just get a little bit less stall and you can actually just keep your momentum while you fly through the air there.
Yeah, if Frosty didn't had
Mario time!
his propeller suit anymore, he needed to be, and was just Big Mario, he needed to be Small Mario to get actually out of the water.
So yeah, at the end, indeed, there we use the propeller suit to get out of the water. If we wouldn't have the propeller suit, we actually needed to be Small Mario. So before we can actually head to the next level, our path is actually blocked off here. Like, it almost seems like we can make it, but unfortunately the piranha plants always hit you. There's no way to actually get past this guy without running into him. There's one way to technically do it, which means that you have to complete another level or die in a level. But since we really want to keep our propeller suit and just finishing the level again just takes way too much time, and we're just quickly gonna beat this stage, which basically means grab all 8 Toad balls and Toad is free. Toad is always giving it a nuisance. Here we actually got 2 different choices. I'm actually gonna go for the bottom one. It's slightly faster than the up level. If I wouldn't have my propeller suit anymore at this point, this would be my standard go for a level to go. Mostly because there is a backup propeller suit in this level, which we're definitely gonna see in the next level why the propeller suit is gonna be so important. So here we're gonna kind of be clipping through his leg. The leg is just going so fast that the game doesn't actually recognize that Mario hits that leg. Normally it damages you, but for some reason it just doesn't recognize it. Which is really useful, which means we can keep our momentum over there. Here we're also gonna do a little ground pound in the air, just so we wait a moment, because we kinda have to wait for that guy before we can move on. Here we're doing a wall jump off that wall, bounce off this guy. Hopefully I can do it. I lost my momentum there, so we have to wait for this guy over here. But no worry, we're gonna do a triple jump in the end here, jump over this guy, and head into the pipe. So yeah, this is a little bit more riskier level. It saves 2 seconds over the other level. Usually in marathons, I would think like maybe I should go for the saver strat, but I don't know, I was just feeling it today. So I'm just glad that worked out. Alright, so this next level, this is the first reason why we want the propeller suit in this run. This level is very vertical, so normally you have to wait for many cycles before you can actually move all the way upwards. However, with our propeller suits, we can just skip many cycles. We're just gonna climb up here, and once we're at a point where we can't really continue, because these, I should mention, these walls are also again on a global cycle throughout the level. So we have to basically try to make certain cycles happen just so we don't have to wait for long cycles at the end to make it to the final, through the final door. So as you can see here, normally you would have to wait for the wall to be on the right again, but with the propeller suit we just skip that. So one more part here, again, we don't want to wait too long, so we're gonna make this cycle over here. Like this is always the time when I enter this door, like 5:46, it's basically when you make the cycle, it's the better cycle to get. Like there's even one faster cycle you can technically get there, but that's even a small mistake and you can't make that cycle anymore. So definitely in a marathon setting, I'm not going for that. I've tried practicing it. It's not the most consistent. So you know, that's fast enough, right? So
I agree.
So here we're finding Iggy a little bit more, and this is basically, I'm already glad that it's getting intense this run. Like I'm already happy that I made the propeller suit here, so I'm gonna take some deep breaths in accordance to the platforms.
Breathe in, breathe out.
There we go, and the nerves are gone again. Alright, so up next is gonna be one of the most interesting skips throughout this entire game. It's known as 5-4 skip, or actually more as boat skip.
Please save.
Yeah, I'm gonna save here. Like, I'm gonna make a backup save here in case that I mess up. I can quickly reload the game and try it again. Because even if I fail the skip like 2 times, it's still faster to reset and try again. Hopefully that will not happen, but you know, marathons and things like that. So yeah, in this level, normally you have to stand on this boat, which just moves very, 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 very slowly. However, with the propeller suit, we can actually do some interesting strats over here. Like, you regain your propeller ability once you hit a platform, or at least when you land on a platform. So we're gonna be oh, that's really bad. I think I'm actually gonna reset over that. I kind of need the propeller suit to get to the end of the level here, and waiting for the boats, it's really long. So let me quickly do that again.
I'll explain in the meantime what you are going to do, maybe.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, that you could.
Oh, I can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, what I'm gonna be doing in this level, we're gonna be trying to go basically all the way on top of the stage, where normally the enemies will be dropping on top of the boat. There are some platforms, as you can see, where we can land on, and once we land on those platforms, we can use the propeller suit again. Basically, you can do that throughout the entire level. So that way you don't have to wait for the very slow boat, which is annoying, and no one likes the slow boat, because also another annoying thing about the boat is if there's too many enemies on the boat stops moving, so you need to start killing enemies. Oh, that was interesting.
Yeah, you see those small Goombas, they don't hurt you, but they can only slow you down.
Got one more big jump coming up here, and over here we're actually getting on top of the stage. We're just running up there right now. Luckily there are no enemies over there, and with that we can make it to the end of this level. So yeah, if you would do that first try, that saves you like at least a minute in this level. So even with the second try, it has definitely still saves time over doing it the regular way.
And it looks much better.
That as well, like, it looks really cool, right? So yeah, we're finally getting close to where we want to be going in this world, because as you can see there on the world map, there's a cannon over there, and of course we want to use cannons. It's so convenient getting to further worlds quickly. And to get to the cannon, we actually have to go in this ghost house. In this ghost house is basically a big maze. Like, we have to find the correct exit. There's many doors. Luckily I know which door to take. So we're gonna drop down here, jump over, go up the stairs, jump over this gap, fall down again, and left through the wall, and there's a door. So yeah, basically this is gonna be a secret exit, because, you know, there's already many doors which are kind of tricky, and on top of that, it's you know, going through a wall, you wouldn't normally not expect that, so that's kind of hidden. Also, there's some moving platforms over there, but we just don't use them. We have the propeller suit. Propeller suit is just our best friend during this run. So here, I'm actually gonna wait a little bit. You can technically jump in between the booths. It's a tight jump, but I actually kind of want to have the propeller suit for the next level. So with that, World 5 is basically done. We just need to get into the cannon. So if there's anything the donation reader wants to mention at this point, you have like 30 seconds-ish right now.
Okay, well, we don't have any donations, but we would like to give a shout-out to one of our sponsors at Red Bull, giving ESA wings, making sure runners stay hydrated for their runs.
So yeah, with this cannon, we're going to World 8, the final world already of this run. Like, these cannons are just... they definitely make the run very short. There's also the cannonless category of this game, which basically means, like, don't use the cannons. And that run takes you, like, 3 times as long. Just using these cannons saves you, like, at least an hour. So, I'm glad we are using cannons. It makes this game so fast.
And we speedrunners like to go fast.
We do? Never knew that. Anyway, World 8 won. This level is the most random heavy level, because these meteorites you see falling from the sky, yeah, those are random. We just have to deal with the meteorites just randomly falling. Usually, if you keep kind of low on the stage, you usually don't have to deal with them that much. However, there are some instances here and there, for example, this lava spire which we fly over, which can be kind of annoying if a meteorite starts spawning right above you. So, Here we're gonna triple jump over that lava spire over there. And we're gonna continue over here. Luckily I still have the propeller suit here, so I can go for skip one more of those lava spires. However, after that, you know, using the propeller power-up is kinda slow, because it definitely loses you a lot of speed. So for the next 2 lava spires, I'm just gonna damage boost through, because... Oh. There we go. Because instead of... We don't really need the propeller suit anymore at this point, so it's just faster to use some damage boost over there. So over just a few more platforms left here, which are slowly gonna fall down, but who cares anyway? We just basically land on it for like an instant. I still love how the audience claps after every stage.
But you played very well.
Thank you. I'm doing my best. Alright, so up next is 8-2. I'm gonna play it a little bit more careful here. I'm gonna use a mushroom over here. Just so I can take an extra hit in case something unfortunately hits me. So yeah, in this level we're gonna go... You first have to deal with some meteorites, but luckily not for long, because now we're going underground. And in this underground stage there's a lot of these rotating wheels, and these rotating wheels start to carry enemies, spike balls, lots of dangerous stuff. So we definitely have to make sure that like when you do land on those platforms, it just instantly changes your momentum, so you really have to be careful about that. So I just try to be jumping as much as I can, just so I can more control my momentum. Oh, I didn't even need my mushroom. Normally when you hit a checkpoint, you automatically get basically a mushroom power-up. So in this case, I kind of didn't need to have grab the mushroom, but rather safe than sorry. So here we grab another star just so we can get through this part a little bit faster, and we're actually gonna go to the left here because we're gonna take another secret exit. Who would have expected? So,
I didn't.
Well, there you go. We're taking a secret exit. So here these wheels start spinning. I try to keep my momentum as much as possible, and these enemies that you see spawning, they actually only start spawning when you get really close to them. So it's not like just because we were so fast that they didn't start spawning until we just got there. Like, they just start spawning when you get really close to them. Real fortunate thing about those wheels is they're actually spinning fast towards the other side. As you saw there, you can actually get a lot of momentum from them. So those are really convenient. So, and up next is probably, on the one hand, it's a really fun level. On the other hand, it's kind of boring because it's an auto-scroller. Woo! So yeah, in this auto-scroller, we unfortunately have to... Well, it's kind of a fun idea, though. We are too advanced in this level. We're going on these roller coasters, and it gets really intense. They really build up the hype to go up, and basically what you have to do throughout this entire thing is jump over every dangerous thing. So here we go down. Whee! So yeah, normally I like to go like with my arms up in a roller coaster. However, since there's motion controls, doing that would kind of mess with you a lot. So let me not do that during this run. But if anyone is up to raise their hands when they're in a roller coaster, please be my guest. Alright, here we're doing some more kicks just to get a little bit more momentum over here. And we're going to the next roller coaster. I don't know who designed these roller coasters, but they seem very dangerous. Like, I mean, I guess we're in Bowser's World. I just hear people raising their arms and I want to join them, but I know I shouldn't do that. So just jumping. We don't need those star coin medals. Those star coin medals unlock hint videos, sometimes an extra pet to some extra power-ups, but we don't need those. So yeah, the rest of this level is just gonna be more roller coaster. So if there are any more things to read out, partners, donations, be my guest. Also, we can just grab red coins. We don't really need them, so I'm just gonna skip one because I don't accidentally want to grab the power-up. Like, every time you grab a power-up, it's just gonna be like... you lose the screen freezes for a moment. And, you know, that wastes like almost a second. I don't want to waste almost a second. So for that reason, we're just gonna stay Big Mario for now. And Mario's actually trying to sit down in the roller coaster because, you know, that's safe. And it's a double roller coaster!
2 for the price of 1.
Yeah, this is definitely the best amusement park I've ever been to. Besides that, it's really unsafe, and I definitely wouldn't be able to make all the jumps. So there we go, end of the level. Oh, I'm so glad that all the scrollers out of the way. That's definitely the most boring part of the run, but I feel like the crowd really enjoyed it though. So with that secret pad, we're just skipping like almost all of World 8, and it seems like we reached the end of the pad. So yeah, let's go to this final stage over here, which is gonna be an airship, and I'm really curious who's gonna be in this airship though. Well, we'll see in a moment.
Oh yeah, Frosty, what happened to our strat? Keep the propeller suit.
Oh right, I forgot about that. Well, we can fix that. I think there's a propeller suit over here because you know the propeller suit is the best power suit, the best power up ever. So we're just gonna break this box and grab another one. There we go. There's a good friend. So for all these cannons you see over here, they actually start shooting when you get close to them. So you always make the same cycle when you get here. So also for this thing, you also always get here at the same cycle. So unfortunately you gotta wait for a while before you can actually enter the pipe. You can only enter the pipe when it's facing upwards. So yeah, we're basically waiting for that now. So we're almost there. There we go.
Good job on waiting.
Thank you, waiting is a hard strat. So now that we have the propeller suit, we can do some more interesting strats again. For example, we're just gonna cross these gaps. Like, they kind of want you to use those screws to reveal these platforms over here where you can then walk over. But, you know, the propeller suit is just too good. We're just gonna use it for everything. For example, over here, we're just gonna fly in here. And then we're gonna slide down here and fly up again. And then we're gonna do that one more time because, you know, you can never have enough propeller suit. Quickly doing some wall kicks over here. And really, I'm sorry guys, we have to do one of them. Anyway, here we're gonna get to the end here quickly. Gonna just jump up there, and then we're gonna go inside this pipe over here. And I wonder who's gonna be in here. Who is it gonna be? It's Bowser Jr. Oh, he's mad. Is he gonna use his clown card? Oh no, there's a bigger one. I mean, if it's bigger, that means it's more easy to hit, right? So yeah, in this fight, we're gonna use these bombs he's gonna shoot at us, and we're quickly gonna do a ground pound, so it basically instantly hits him back. Before he will drop his next bomb, we have to wait for a little bit, so we're just gonna be jumping around here, avoiding the flames. And once he's done with that, I'm quickly gonna do that again, hit him there again. Definitely make sure to keep avoiding the fireballs, because I kind of want to have the propeller suit in the next level as well. I mean, this was the final level. What are you guys talking about? So yeah, after the third fireball, he'll start dropping an even bigger bomb, so it would be even more easy to hit. That fireball almost hit me. So yeah, there we go. That was Bowser Jr. Definitely. So there we go, guys. We saved the princess. We found her. That was a good game, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, what's that? Oh no! This wasn't the end? It seemed so much like the end by feeding Bowser Jr. Definitely Bowser not being there.
Did we forget something?
What? Did we forget something? I don't know.
Oh yeah, that big castle over there.
Oh!
Yeah.
I would have imagined there was a big castle over there. One thing I'm really glad about is though that is Bowser actually built us a bridge, because how else would we have gotten to the castle? Like, I wouldn't have known that there was a castle back there.
Well, you would have the propeller suit.
True. I don't know if it would be far enough though. Who knows? Maybe potential skip in the future? Maybe? Nah. Anyway, this is the actual final level. So let's stop joking around. So, in this castle, we first have to get all the way to the end, and we got a lot of these fire bars, which are just spinning and being annoying. So, I definitely want to try keeping the propeller suit as long as I possibly can, because, you know, that's been the entire strat, basically this entire run. So, these fire bars are gonna be starter cycle once I approach close to them, so I'll always be on the same cycle over here. So quickly avoiding that one, jumping up, and here we have to wait for a little bit. And luckily we have to wait a little bit for this fire bar. We just can't go running. But here in the end, we're gonna use the propeller suit and just go down in this pipe over here. And And once we're in this pipe over here, we get to a little bit of an auto-scroller, but it's definitely more interesting. The idea is, like, the game kind of wants you to land on that platform on the right with the dry bones. But the dry bones can get really annoying, so I'm just gonna be wall jumping up here a little bit, just so I can land on the next platform and we don't have to deal with the dry bones. Once you do those wall jumps, like, this segment isn't that difficult. Like, the dry bones usually starts to mess with you because it just keeps respawning and respawning after you even jump on them. And yeah, let's not worry about that. So here we're just gonna wait, just jump on some more platforms. Gonna be jumping on this one and then quickly fall down here. Like, luckily there are 3 coins above the pipe, so you can quite easily see when you have to hit the pipe. Like, this makes it definitely makes timing it way easier. So here we get to the final section. So this section is gonna have Bowser technically shooting fireballs at us. These are random though. The only thing is that they can't appear in the same row twice in a row, so this is really unfortunate. So I really hope he doesn't shoot more of them. No, he doesn't. So here we go. We made it. There's Bowser, and all we gotta do is hit that button. We see the princess right there.
Bowser's in the way. How are you going to get it?
Oh, Dad. Come on, Propeller Suit is our best friend in this run. So yeah, there we go. There goes Bowser. The easiest. There we go. We did it, guys. Come on. So yeah, there we go, guys. We saved the princess. She seemed to have gained a little bit of weight, though, and she seems a little bit shorter.
Oh.
That's unfortunate. I didn't expect that. What are we gonna do now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Call for help?
Call for help?
Luigi?
Luigi? I don't know. This seems really scary. I think I'm just gonna run away.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a good idea? So yeah, we're gonna utilize Bowser over here. He's gonna shoot fireballs at the wall here, and luckily it does break the wall, so we can actually get away. So I'm gonna try manipulating him here a little bit, just so he keeps shooting his fireballs at good locations, so I don't have to wait for many fireballs. So that's good. Break through the wall there. And then this next one it should break the next wall. And this one is also nicely aligned. So basically, this thing explodes once it hits like 4 blocks, I think, from the top of my head. 4 or 5. So, and with that, you can actually get through after. So here we're getting to the final section of the run. It's probably the more difficult section, so gonna be using the propeller suit. Just skip a few cycles here and there. Quickly gonna go down here. Make sure to not mess up over here. Doing some wall jumps because it's faster than the propeller suits. Ironically, because we've been using the propeller suit like almost the entire run. And time's coming up pretty soon. It's once I hit that button on the right here, so make sure to be on time. And time! So yeah, 27:09. That's actually a really good time. Like, even with the reset at 5:4 at the boat skip, still getting a 27-minute, that's really good. So one thing I quickly want to mention before I cut it off here, like, you can actually hit the button and then fly off it if you spin fast enough with your propeller suit. If that happens, you see Bowser dying, but then Mario also falls in the lava. Basically, it kills you and the credits don't start playing. So technically, even if you hit that button, even that's when the timing is, you can still kind of lose your run. Like, I've had once that I got a PB hitting the button. I flew off, I died, and it didn't count because the credits didn't play. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching so much. I hope everyone enjoyed the run. I know for sure I did.
I did as well. So yeah, Rushel, thank you so much for joining me on commentary. I hope you enjoyed as well. I enjoyed it a lot.
So yeah, I've been ShadowFrost and have enjoyed the rest of ESA. I know I am.
Great, thank you very much for